When last we left our heroes, Wolfgang the Angelic Norlock, Wolfgang the Angelic Warlock, and Nara the Drow Sorceress, after losing Danir in the twisted time tree of Yggdrasil, found themselves back in the past with another version of Danir the Catman Wizard and Asmo the Sneckman Fighter. After refighting the Chronosaur and rescuing the gnome explorer Grabthar from its stomach, they began to scale the peaks of the Time Mist Mountain to try to enlist the aid of young Arcanos in the elven sanctuary of Lona Throne. Once again, they were tested by the giantess Tiri Thul, who guards the entrance to the city atop the mountain, but this time drew her ire as she couldn't come to terms with the time paradox she was being made witness of. Reluctantly, she allowed the party to pass into the Feywild. However, upon reaching the gates of Lona Throne, the party was halted by an alarm as Nara entered. God Slayer detected. God Slayer detected. God Slayer detected. As the klaxons blare around you, two of you will recognize these little egg-like orbs that begin to stack up and pile up all around you guys, forming this barrier, these little Archie units. To Asmo and Danir, they look as though they are basically a metallic white oblong egg about 8 inches high, kind of tapering a bit at the top, hence the egg shape, as they begin to kind of like stack up around you, forming this bubble-like wall that begins to coalesce around you.
Oh, seriously?
Okay, hold on. How many guys are coming towards us now?
There are a lot of people in this promenade that you entered that are like looking shocked, and they're starting to like some of them have started to move away very quickly. Go ahead and give me perception checks if you wish to try to determine if there's any sort of guard or anything coming at you. Nara and Wolfgang would be with advantage since you've seen the
You said perception.
constables. Yes.
17.
22.
24.
16.
Asmo with that good eye. But same with Nara. Asmo, you've run afoul of law enforcement enough to recognize people of authority. So, running towards you, you see these gentlemen in these like maroon-colored, very proper uniforms. They have arm guards made out of that same white metal that you see that kind of like coats a lot of the surfaces around you. Same with their hip guards and greaves, and some a few of them have pauldrons that are joined at the chest, kind of making like almost football pad like chest guards with a it's all well-fitted white metal. There's an arcane insignia above the chest that seems to depict something from this distance you can't quite see, but the image of them is slowly getting filtered out as more and more of these egg-like things are starting to surround you guys.
Danir pulls out the letter of introduction as he looks over towards one of the Archies.
Asmo says to Nara, "Stay behind us until we figure out what's going on." The heck is going on?
Yeah.
Danir, remember, you would not know what these Archies are per se, but
Well, they're surrounding him. He doesn't,
to you they just look like eggs. Large eggs. They have no visible holes or seams or anything on them.
Then he's just going to have the letter in his hand, and at least for right now, since he doesn't know that they can speak.
Right,
Everyone remain calm. Any sign of hostility, they'll take it as a threat.
I was going to say, each of you has a moment to act as the light is starting to become blacked out by these eggs that are surrounding you.
Is it gonna work in here?
I don't. This must be some kind of a defensive thing to block us off from everybody else.
I was referring to the thing he was holding up.
Maybe. I mean, came from their guard, so
Well, okay, here's hoping it works.
All right.
In Elven, I will say as I raise my hands, we mean you no harm.
As the light around you is blocked off by these eggs that have seemingly fused together around you in this shell, you do get a reply in a very calm, monotone voice. If you mean no harm, then stand down.
We are stood down. We have not drawn weapons. We have not come here with hostile intent.
Explain
have
what a
come here
god
to
slayer
learn.
is, please.
We have come here to
Acknowledge.
learn and to request aid. That is all.
Acknowledged. Stand by. And everybody except Nara make me a wisdom save.
What? Interesting.
I say that because this effect will not work on you.
23.
24.
Well, this is awkward. Asmo, wisdom save.
Oh no. Okay, well that's fair. Fair the point. Wisdom save, you said?
Mm-hmm.
21.
Jesus, okay. As this hypnotic pattern around you guys kind of begins to like ebb and flow around this now solid wall surrounding you, you kind of feel yourself getting a little drowsy, but you just kind of shake it off. None of you feel affected nearly in the slightest by this attempt to lull you to sleep. The
Archie, I assure you there's no need for that.
the pulse glitches for a moment, and then it pauses for a moment. A thin blue light, kind of in a almost like a laser thin sheet, starts to protrude down from the top and starts hovering its way down towards your heads, like this sheet of blue light. It's about
I'll just
2 feet away from your head.
slowly, raise my pinky up to poke at the light.
1 feet away as you lift your hand and pinky above to touch the light. Your finger goes through without any resistance, any feeling whatsoever.
Huh.
And it begins to kind of go down across your hands, down over your head, around each of your heads, making no feelings. But as it gets to your about breast and chest level, it kind of pauses, and Wolfgang and Nara, with your sigils of the School of the High Arcane, it goes up and down, and the sigil itself kind of glows a light blue as this happens, and then it continues scanning down to the ground. As it gets to your hip level, Nara, the light turns red as it starts to scan over Tango Muerte and the cracked and somewhat broken Vorpal blade at your side. And as it reaches your feet, as it passes both those, it turns blue again, and when it gets to your feet, it shuts off. The floor kind of begins to tremble at your feet, kind of vibrating, as you feel almost as though something's just kind of slipping beneath your feet.
Like the ball is rolling?
No, more like if you've ever stepped on... you've been on a moving walkway before, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever just not lifted your feet as you hit the end of one and just feel the bump of it at the end kind of go under your feet before you moved? It's kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically a lot like that. You feel like something gets forced under your feet for a moment.
It's like putting a piece of paper under a glass.
Mm-hmm. Shortly thereafter, though, you do feel this vibration as you start to feel the eggshell that is surrounding you begin to lift and move. You are currently being transported.
Okay, if you were both here before, is this good, right?
Although this never happened to us before.
It's not good.
Ah, shit. Okay.
We just
Why
need
are
to
you a god
stay.
slayer?
Well, I'm
Ah.
not saying anything. I'm not saying anything because then it can be used against me. So, you know
Yeah,
what?
smart,
I'm not
smart,
saying
smart,
anything.
Smart.
As you say that, Nara, I want everybody to make me a perception check.
Good thing I'm a very
19.
person.
12.
24.
Wolfgang, Nara, Asmo rolled a 22. Each of you notice that the area where that blue light was being projected from, you now see like a slow blinking red light and a small black shiny surface.
Nara just waves upward because she knows she's being watched.
Yeah. Hi.
Here we go again.
For about 15 minutes, you can feel this egg moving and shifting, kind of changing directions every now and again. You can't hear anything outside. You can't hear or sense anything that is outside this egg. But after about 15 to 20 minutes, as best as you can guess in your head, you do feel it stop. The little red light and the black shiny surface does not leave. But nothing else seems to be happening at all.
I'm ready. I'm ready for. I'm in a moment of cat-like readiness. Except I'm not the cat. I'm the snake.
Asmo, as you prepare yourself for anything that might come out at you, as the minutes pass,
You take a judo pose.
as the minutes pass, you slowly start to kind of like let your guard drop. I mean, there's only so long you can stand it ready. Obviously, you're nervous and ready for if anything's going to happen, but minutes pass, half an hour passes. Then you just kind of start to lose track of time as nothing seems to happen. To the point that each of you kind of starts to, well, aside from Nara, who needs significantly less sleep, start to feel a little tired. Just not from any sort of outside influence or force, but just from like the wearing on of time.
What are they doing? What are they playing at?
I think they're just trying to figure out what we are. Excuse me. One of you little floating eggs. Archie, you there?
You hear from behind the black surface a slight...
How long are we going to be held here?
The answer is unclear.
Ah. It speaks.
I'm assuming you're still speaking in Elven. Whenever you're talking to Archie.
Yeah.
Trying to find one thing.
Hmm?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Threat is being assessed.
What?
Please.
Threat?
God, this is very confusing for any of you that doesn't speak Elven. But as you say, what threat? The Archie like starts to project kind of like this. To many of you, it looks just like kind of like a monochromatic illusion produced out of like blue light. A perfectly scanned replica of the two artifacts hanging from Nara's belt.
Which Asmo has not seen that she has a cracked version of the Vorpal sword yet, just so that's said.
The God Slayer.
Yeah. That. Get it. but we're like buddy-buddy with Arcanos, so this really shouldn't be a problem.
Data not found.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't know, would ya? So,
Correct.
oh my god. Can we talk to, I don't know, someone? What about, Captain Ivar? What about them, huh?
Denier.
He's somewhere around
Denier.
here.
I say in comment, Denier, you got that note, right?
Daenerys is sitting down, leaning against the wall of the egg, and he just passes the note of introduction over towards Wolfgang. There you go.
In Elven, I will read it out.
All right. As you say the name Ivar, by the way, Nara, the Archie kind of like blinks and you get a... Officer Ivar is not equipped to handle the Godslayer.
Oh my... Listen. We are on a time limit. And we would like to get things solved so that
Looks at Wolfgang.
nothing bad happens.
Understood. Please stand by. Wolfgang, you read out the introduction letter?
Yep.
Confirmed. Please stand by.
I'm just gonna do the only smart thing I can is be quiet right now. That's what bites his
Confirmed.
tongue.
Please stand by.
Oh my god.
Actually, if you say that aloud, Asmo, it would say registering language.
Barely English. Gutter English. Ugh.
Can you grumble more distinctly? Again, more time just seems to pass with you guys doing literally nothing.
All right. I'm starting to
was
get
anxiety
impatient
pacing.
here.
You know
We
what's gonna happen
apologize.
if we start acting up.
We apologize for the inconvenience. Please stand by.
Well, it's gonna be less about our inconvenience and more about your inconvenience if we don't start getting to talk to people.
Threat
That wasn't a
registered.
threat. That
Please
wasn't
stand
a threat.
by.
That wasn't a threat.
Wasn't a threat, letting you know.
It was a portent of things out of our control.
Vague threat recognized.
Oh my. Listen, we're from. Can I even say Wolfgang? Because we're gonna have to explain it.
I don't... Archie, you're taking this down. Just is there someone on the other end here? Someone with authority that we can speak to about this? I'm sure this doesn't happen very often.
Archie is listening.
I think the last non-elven person to come here was fucking Grabthar. He led us here. That's any indication. Giantess
Acknowledged.
lady let us in. We've met with your guards, who pointed us towards you.
Query. Where did you acquire the badges on your breast? And the sigils of the School for the High Arcane begin to glow.
Dara stares at Wolfgang, eyebrows to the sky like,
You gonna say it or am I?
Yeah, they really picked the two best fucking equipped for this.
All right. So this is going to sound insane. But we've already been here, just not in this time.
Okay.
Elaborate.
Right. As well says.
Me and this one, he gestures to Nara, are
He
from the
waves with
future,
a shit-eating smile.
or from a future. We've traveled back in time to this time. We've already gone through the courses. We've met your teachers. We've met with Arcanos. The different versions of him, even. We have semi-intimate knowledge of some of the inner workings of this place.
Could tell him something only you would know if you were here.
I don't know if that would get us in
Yumberry
trouble.
smoothies. The Yumberry smoothies are so good.
They
They
are
taste
really
like
good.
whatever you want.
They do.
The cafeteria is pretty good, honestly, and how the doors just pop up like wherever.
Yeah. Little
Fifth
annoying,
bar is
but-
pretty flashy too, so I don't know. There's like a bunch of stuff. Come on.
I look over towards Asmo. You know, I really wish the last time I spoke to Arcanos, he would have actually told me about all this before we showed up and we did this. And he goes
Me?
back to lounging.
Like talking to me?
Yeah. You're the only one talking common. They're talking Elvish.
I don't know why you would want me there. That one doesn't know how to take that as well.
The light
Ooh.
by the shining surface goes out, and you feel the egg begin to move again.
Oh my god.
All right, we're moving.
Multiple gods. Whatever.
Well,
Someone
one of
needs
two
to
things.
bust us out of this ball.
One of two things is about to happen. No, don't say that out loud. One of two things is about to happen. We're either being transported to someone who can help us, or we're going to need to think of something else that is a bit more convincing. We just gotta remain patient.
Once again, the egg continues to move for approximately 10 to 15 minutes, shifting and changing directions every now and again.
Hey,
And-
Archie. Just so that I make sure we don't miss this in this timeline too, because I feel like I've been scarred in a way that I can't ever come back from. Can you pull up the Solomon Arcanos fanfiction from 4NS 99, please?
I don't think we have that kind of access yet.
Archie does. Oh, I know Archie does.
Access currently denied.
Yep.
You won't even give us entertainment in the interim? Come on.
Enjoy your stay.
Oh.
And you feel the floor fall out from under you. As you land in what could best be described as a very large Pyrex fishbowl. And the ceiling just kind of seals back up on top of you. Wolfgang and Denier, make me a history check. Well, actually, no. Just Wolfgang, make me a history check.
Yep, this version of Denier wasn't there for that.
No, I have a feeling I know. But a 5?
If you as the player know, then you as Wolfgang will know.
Seems awfully familiar to the boat that the Jester was in when I went to see him. Fezziwig.
Yep. This
I
is
guess.
this is a very similar cell to where Fezziwig was being held.
Oh boy. Are we all in the
What?
same one, or are we all in different ones?
You've all been dropped into the same bowl.
Now, did this happen last time?
We're in an observation hold.
This is an observation hold, a bowl. Get more creative, elves.
They don't think much of people here, do they?
In this bowl that you are in, there appears to be a area with kind of like a space to lounge, almost as it like basically two beds on a bunk, kind of in one side of the wall. There is a cubby to relieve yourself in, and nothing else. The walls outside of the bowl are just this pure white. That same white metal that was kind of crafting many of the structures outside.
Is this magic or technology?
I think it's both.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
And speaking of columns, they're being built, it looks like.
Around us. Hello?
Hello. A voice returns.
Thank
Can we see
You,
where?
I
Can we see
guess.
who it is?
You hear like the clacking of feet as it kind of like wanders in towards you. Hold on, let me find this for you. Shibbity doo, it's been a while. Not that one. Yes, as this gentleman kind of comes walking in from around the corner. Nara and Wolfgang, you'd recognize as the man that introduced himself as Arkanos the first time you guys showed up.
Oh, hey.
Oh, finally, someone we can talk to.
Yes, I hear you made quite the stir as you entered, and you apparently have knowledge of times that we do not.
I suppose you could say that.
Then you know who I am.
And he's kind of like staring wizenedly at you, Wolfgang.
The last time you introduced yourself to us, it was as Arkanos.
That is correct.
Shit.
Although I know there's another one of you running around here.
And his eyebrow cocks.
Explain.
Bit younger. I looked at Anir I looked at Anir briefly, and then I'm like, all right. I know there's a version of you that is in the process of being trained or is learning. I don't know. I just know that there are multiple of you. I don't know the exact.
Seeing Asmo's eyes glaze over a little bit. What the?
We've got like 4 at this point, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, there's a lot of you.
complicated network of Arkanoses.
Yeah, there's one inside of a crystal which is making a river which is causing the arcane innate in the material plane.
You met one of
What?
the simulacrum.
Yeah, that word.
Yeah.
I did. He reaches into his pouch and he pulls out a crystal vial. He gave me this, and he gave me this, and he shows the ring of Arkanos.
And you claim there's a younger one running around here. Was he the one that bestowed you that badge?
And once again, the sigil kind of begins to shine on your chest.
I'm doing a mighty forget.
No, he was not. It was Fithrobar that gave you that.
No, that was Fithrabar that bestowed these upon us.
We were
Just
students here.
The two of us were. These two were not.
Yeah.
So we are inside the academy then.
But
Should I repeat my query?
do you not know?
From what I've gathered, This is a holding cell meant for observation.
Oh yeah, we're being held for questioning, which is what's happening right now.
And if
Oh,
I'm
oh,
not
oh,
and if I'm not mistaken, we're not the only ones here.
And to that, his
Oh, right.
expression kind of hardens slightly.
What do you know of the other?
I know that we were following him.
He claimed he was being pursued, hunted.
He was. Well, is, I guess. Not Fezziwig. Not the elf. The other one.
And then you know of the force that has attached itself.
Yes.
How much do you know of it?
I know it can travel from. I know it can travel from the one that it calls a host to other locations. It communicated with me at one point, tried to get me to make a deal with it. I refused. So it went back. It said that I'm not any fun anymore, and it left. I assume it went back from where it came.
I know it commands a great deal of power.
That it does, but it doesn't seem all too keen to leave its current state. It seems rather content, and that is concerning.
I know what it's waiting for. And it's biding its time.
You claim to have come from the future.
Yes.
And aside from present sorry. Ugh. Head just kind of went
You're right.
foggy.
You're good.
Aside from the present evidence of the badge, is there anything else you would use to dignify such a claim?
I got a
guess-
big one. If you want your brain to blow up.
Yeah. Don't freak out.
How about this one? Project Exodus.
And his eyes go wide for a moment.
What do you know of Project Exodus?
We saw it happen.
We were there when it happened. It's how we ended up in this mess in the first place.
You were cast across time due to Project Exodus.
Yep.
And space. Time and
And
space.
we weren't the only ones that went.
It's
This
technically the
little
same.
shitlord that went with us is the main problem.
Time and space are technically the same thing.
Whatever. Don't care.
Let's just go on.
Just drooling, completely glazed over.
I will return.
And he hurries off.
As he starts to go,
Don't take too long. Okay.
Well, we've just let the man in charge know that we know state secrets.
Oh, absolutely.
It's either going to end the way we want to, or very poorly.
Well, that's how it always goes. We've done
Yep.
the very poorly one, so it's either.
Yep.
Well, I just hope we don't have to do it again. I really
Yeah.
prefer not to do that.
Me neither. Don't worry, you two. Hopefully soon we'll all be on the same page.
A few hours pass. Wolfgang, Denier, and Asmo, you are beyond tired.
That's true. That's true. Oh, in character. Yeah, yeah.
Nara is now
No, it's called-
beyond pissed.
It's called method acting, Take.
Oh, it's called being an asshole. I hear you. I
Yeah.
think I can do that.
Use the method.
of D&D.
Daenerys would have leaned up against the wall of the fishbowl, pulled his hood over his eyes, and just relaxed. He expected that while he wants to cast Dream, he expects that casting magic in here either is not going to work or would probably backfire significantly. So he's just resting. If he falls asleep, he falls asleep.
If someone wants my blood, tell him to fuck off.
Okay. You guys can do the sleep thing, and I'll just stay up. I'm a little too angry to sleep right now.
Eventually, eventually you
guys can't
will
do the whole
have to,
not sleep.
eventually you will have to go into some sort of a trance, or else you will
Oh God.
get grumpy.
So bored. Okay, if they come back, wake me up. I'm just gonna. That's just kind of does that thing where he gets on his lies down, just hands behind head. Tries to roll up his jacket, put it underneath the back of his head.
Ah, yes.
It's called the Airport Hotel.
Nara will sidle up next to him. Too close. And then be like, hey.
What? Something happening?
She pats her lap.
You can sleep here.
Asma puts the jacket on your lap and then sleeps on it because he needs 2 pillows.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there we go. I did it. Reverse Uno'd you.
Princess and the Pea.
And yeah,
More-
eventually, if they take that long, then Nara will also sleep.
They do.
Great. So happy about that. I love that. I love that for us.
I want each of you to make Constitution checks, actually.
Constitution.
Okie doke. 5.
19.
Dex.
Check or stay? Oh, check. Okay.
Yep.
Do I get advantage?
10.
Nope.
Okay.
The first one to awaken is Wolfgang. Wolfgang, as your eyes start to kind of blink open after sleeping long enough, kind of tilting your hat back up, you see kind of crouched down, head cocked to the side, is the familiar guise of the young Arcanos. Just kind of seemingly kind of just studying you guys.
Hello?
I see a lot of my dad in you. Yours was the
Yeah.
hair that tasted a little like cinnamon, right?
It was blood last time, but yes.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I gave you the hair because there's someone else in this holding area that wants my blood, and I'd rather not have that floating around.
He kind of
You ate my hair?
No, just nibbled a piece of it. Just it's part of the experiment. Look, curiosity. You need to learn everything there is to know about a lot of things in order to really make advancements. So why does Fezzi want your blood?
It's not Fezzi. It's the other one that wants it.
Okay. Why does the red one want your blood?
Because he needs it in order to make a ritual to take over a gigantic beast work properly, I assume.
And your blood is the key to this.
Yep.
Fascinating.
As far as I'm aware.
Yup. Sounds so yeah. Yup.
Asmo, you're kind of awakened by this conversation as it starts to ongo.
Asmo just pops one eye open, doesn't really say anything, just watches.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Okay. Okay. And why is stealth always the one's hard? 16.
As far as you're aware, the small boy talking to Wolfgang does not seem to know that you're awake.
Okay.
So Project Exodus worked, huh?
Well, that's the weird thing. We don't know. We don't know what it was intended to do. I know what you wanted to use it to get away from your current location, but for the, well, I guess 5 of us, the didn't quite work out so well.
I'll call that inconclusive then. And the one with the God Slayer's the other one that came in with you, right?
Yeah, I'll, gesture my head over at Nara.
She's one of Solly's, isn't she?
You could say that.
He kind of waves his hand in the air and a little you now notice that kind of floating off behind him there's this quill writing on a book as the pages turn. How did she get the I mean, I know how it's supposed to be made, but
He just meets his gaze, expressionless.
she seems at odds with it.
I would be too. If I had to kill someone I loved.
His eyes grow concerned for a moment. He forced her.
From what I hear, more or less.
God,
I didn't see it myself.
For somebody with eternal life, you figured he'd be a little more patient. God. I guess he really has gone off the deep end. Was that acquired before or after Exodus?
After.
Where did you end up?
Well, I only know it colloquially as the Void.
I've seen
Don't go
writings
there.
of that. I've seen writings on the Void. Prophecies.
Not a great place. We only barely managed to survive being there.
Well, I'll make sure to keep that on my list of places not to go.
I have a feeling you'll receive some reminders if you forget.
Fascinating. Kind of cocks a small smile at that.
Fascinating.
You know a lot more than you're letting on.
I mean, overhearing this, can I gauge the overall intent of this guy right now?
Sure, insight.
Oof.
Oh.
Natural one. This guy is just as annoying and vexing as Tom as ever has been to you.
Okay, you see the one eye like just rolling every now and then.
With the natural one, he will look over. That one didn't make it, did he? Through Exodus. He's
I don't know.
not.
If I tell you, I'd have to kill you.
No.
He just kind of smiles at that. With what?
What indeed? Is this Fezziwig? Sorry, you've already told me this is Fezziwig, right?
No. This is Arcanos. A young Arcanos.
Lizard just sits up and just says nothing. Starts stretching. You know, that morning stretch.
Nara, as Asmo
Might as well
begins
wake
to
the
shift,
others.
as Asmo begins to shift and move, you are kind of jostled awake by that out of your trance, and you
Oh,
two
no.
now notice the young boy.
The moment Asmo's head would leave Nara's lap, her eyes will peel open like a horror movie.
Dun, 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 dun.
That was a
Stares at
deep
Arcanos.
trance. That was a deep trance.
Yeah, well, I had a lot to trance about. So, we done with this whole bowl thing? Ready to let us out?
I'm not sure yet. See, I trust what you've said. Well, what he's said. But that doesn't change the fact that that artifact on your hip is dangerous, especially in its current state.
Yeah, it's been weird ever since it deconstructed itself.
Yeah, you are not in balance with that at all.
Yeah, why would I be?
You actually see a kind of a glimpse of... For the first time in either Tom or... I guess nearly any god for that matter, you kind of get this, like, small glint of empathy coming out of him. Yeah.
He's your brother, you should know.
It's not how it was meant to be made.
Oh, really? So how is it supposed to be made?
The user was supposed to see death as a gift. As a blessing. But... clearly, Solly had other things in mind.
Apparently. So how do I get it to stop freaking out then?
I guess you're going to have to change the way you see death.
Oh, really? And how is that?
You tell me.
Death is just death. You
But what
die
does
and you're
that
either
mean?
gone or you're around.
But what does that mean?
I don't know. It's the same thing as being alive. You're a place. You're either on this side of it or the other one.
But what does it mean when you're on one side and someone else is on the other?
Then that sucks. If you care.
Yeah.
You're dropping hints like you know what the answer is, but you're not telling me.
It's not something I can answer for you.
Around
Never
this
will
point,
be.
I'd be slowly reaching out to shake Denier awake.
Yeah, Denier, you would have been awoken by this conversation by this point.
As you, Wolfgang, as you reach out, you notice Danier's tail flicking. He's probably awake. He's just listening to the conversation. Because this isn't his conversation to have.
Most of you have had magic thrust upon you. You see it as a necessary tool. From what I can see, only one of you really actually studied it.
Studied?
Daenerys lifts a finger.
Your magic is tied to the afterlife. His is tied to life. He looks at Asmo. Says nothing. Turns to Daenerys. He studied it.
Man, being the non-magic guy is always wild. It's like, yeah, I sure am here.
But you're covered with magic items.
It's true. I'm bedecked in splendor, but it's not pretend I don't speak for them. They speak for me. I've shown great faith in appearing before this court.
Were the two of you the only ones that made it past Exodus? He looks at you, Wolfgang, and Nara.
No.
So
There were.
Go on.
Well, I guess there was one more, but two more came with us.
So you lost the other two on the way.
We lost our Asmo before Exodus took off.
He slowly points towards the snake man.
He nods his head.
Okay.
I did not know that fully.
He was taken. I tried to save him, and something went wrong. He was banished before it took off. And
the tabaxi?
he was with us until a few days ago.
So you got separated, making it back in time.
Correct.
I have so many questions.
Yeah, well, we'll have to be quick with it because we're sort of on a time crunch.
And we had a whole
Like
day to think about absolutely nothing while you were sorting out how to ask us questions.
And like I said, we weren't the only ones that went with on Exodus. There was one more.
Anyone I know?
Man. Unless you know someone named Ramses Palto.
Kind of glances around for a moment. I knew a Ramon Paclo. Are they related?
Different. I don't believe so. The brother of the devil, Ramon Paclo. He commands great power, and we have seen that he is fully capable of both finding and infiltrating this place.
And his intrusion causes Exodus.
Correct. He was after the Red One.
Interesting. Well. I can't allow you to stay in the city. That weapon is too dangerous.
Is it though?
Yes, by nature.
Ugh.
It was designed to be able to kill anything. Side note, can it?
I don't know. I haven't really tried in a long time.
But when you did try,
Well, it was in a different shape, but it worked.
yes, it seems rather fractured at the moment. So it can. What did you kill with it?
What do you think I killed with it? You think this thing would just exist for no reason, Arcanos?
He rolled a nat 1. You killed me?
Oh my gods.
No,
Who?
me, you jackass.
Well,
Sorry,
was
sorry.
before it
This is all
became-
newfound
oh,
information for me, so I
okay.
just... Sorry.
Solomon.
Oh.
He's the one that wanted it made. He kept making life hell for everyone else. So he made me kill him. Just like he made me kill Asmo.
So he finally got what he wanted.
Yeah, and he was a real dick about it.
Yeah, I imagine. We didn't leave on the best terms.
That's right. I recall you two being close.
He looks back at you. Yeah. We were. When we were young, before everything.
Yeah, your little crystal diving experiment.
His eyes widen. How do you know about that?
Oh, yeah.
What do we not know by this point?
I imagine a lot, but that in particular is...
Is that enough for you? Can we be done with this bull part? Starting to get real pissed.
Fine.
Can't you talk to him? And she, like, looks at Tenga Muerte. Talking to death.
Charisma check.
Twenty.
You feel confusion, that same indignation, but a kind of a sense of resignation. But overall, mostly confusion still.
Why is it confused? Resignation, indignation, confusion, never
Arcanos-
words.
Arcanos points. You can feel Mother Death?
Yeah. Why do you think I want to fix this shit?
You said you made that in the future.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this confirms that Mother Death does not live outside of time. She probably is not sure how this came to be.
Okay. All right.
She's, like, looking straight at Tenga Muerte.
Your son, Solomon, forced me to kill
Turns Tenga Muerte at Asmo.
him because I love him. He loves me. And that's how I made that dumbass Death's Embrace, which is part of this since that's part of you, since Solomon explained all of that after he made me make it, and then I killed him with it. And then you split apart. That's what you are. That's why you're here. Hi.
Arcanos looks at you, Wolfgang. I named it. Do you think it's like a little much?
Yes.
Hearing it out loud is okay. The blade goes numb.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. Can be made whole by someone who views death as a gift. And you can feel Mother Death through it.
Yeah, huh? Wait.
Why did Solomon never make this himself?
He couldn't. It could only be made by a mortal. Somebody who understands what death means. It's why I created it like that.
You made this?
I made it so that only mortals could craft it, because only mortals should be able to hold its power.
You're lucky I'm in this bowl.
If you had full control over that blade, you would be able to get out in a moment. So if anything, I'm lucky you don't.
She immediately starts holding it and focusing on it. See if she can
Alright,
get it to whatever.
Arcanos does not look scared. He actually looks very intrigued to see if this will somehow work. All you feel from the blade is numb right now.
Oh, you're gonna be shell-shocked now? Is it so surprising?
I mean, probably.
Well, regardless of wanting to get out of here and kill each other, there's more important things that need to be taken care of. For one, we didn't come up here to do that. We came up here to ask for your help.
Good to know.
With our knowledge of the future events, there are things that need to be prevented. For one, there is a weapon of mass destruction in our plane that uses the channeled souls of the arcane innate.
Oh, not one of mine.
He pauses and, like, squints. No. Hope not. God.
I made a lot of weapons.
Denier holds
Make
up
one
the
that-
staff of Arcanos, and he waggles it just a little bit before bringing it against him.
His eyes go wide, his mouth goes agape. That one! It's one of several pieces. I used another one to imprison one of my students who went crazy.
What happens?
If you
Can I
want
make
that
an-
piece, you're gonna have to... Oh.
Can I make an intelligence check on that one?
Were you there for that?
I wasn't, but I believe I was told about it, and I have... Hackless showed me the sphere because he threw his cat into it at my request.
True. So, yeah. Honestly, you don't even have to. I think you can put that together, because, like, Hackless would have told you about that shit.
That piece has already been removed from that tomb.
Oh god, Malatesh is free.
Well,
Dead?
wait, I wasn't there for that.
Yes.
No, you
yes,
you were there. You were there.
Oh.
You were there to kill her.
I was debating whether it was me or me.
No, we killed. Salem killed the Triton Guardian, so I could get to Arcanos. You guys killed Malatesh.
Oh god, Malatesh is free.
All right, bye-bye now. Well,
Dead?
I think lava tends to kill a lot of things.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't survive that. I imprisoned her in a volcano specifically because she liked ice. She killed a lot of people with it. Some of my other students. She had jealousy issues.
God, no, I'm remembering the doorway. Well, anyway, yes. So, there's that.
Yeah, those three together would be pretty powerful.
Hmm.
And I
Well-
know who wields the other pieces. That's one of the reasons why I was coming here.
Well, my simulacrum wouldn't have given it to just anyone, so...
Nara's been looking pensive for most of their conversation.
Hey, Arcanos.
Yeah.
You said only a mortal could make it, right?
Yes, only a mortal can forge Death's Embrace.
Can forge it.
Mm-hmm.
But does the one who accepts death as a gift have to be mortal too?
Never thought about it like that. I don't know. I imagine in order to die, they'd have to be mortal, but... Death's Embrace can... I mean, if you are telling me the truth, can kill a god, so... Maybe?
If forging it is the acceptance, then it doesn't have to be mortal.
That requires a lot of study. I have a lot of tomes to dust off.
Well, guess we'll find out one way or another.
Once again, he looks at you kind of concerned. Look, I just met you.
I'm not talking about you.
Okay, no, I know.
Did you?
So what else did you have to do?
Huh.
Well, like I mentioned, the weapon that channeled the souls of the Arcane Innate is powerful enough to blast a hole through the sun.
Now you see a look of shock crawl across his face. So that future is real. The visions.
Don't know about any visions, but it's real. We were there for it.
My master, he had this mode of chaos. I wanted to study it. I looked through it, and all I saw was death and decay and a hole punched through the sun.
That's the future we're trying to avoid.
Me too. All of the artifacts I built, the plays that I wrote, were all in... The prophecies that I left, that they were all to stop that. He kind of squints at you. This isn't the first time we've met, is it? Or at least not the first time you've met me.
No. No, it's
Fascinating.
not.
Then there's still a chance.
There's always a chance.
There's also
gotta have-
something.
Sorry.
Connor.
You just gotta have the gumption to grab it.
I believe there's also something happening to the north above the mall. In my dreams, I saw this red mist seeping out of Ice Forge, heading south. And every time I've seen that mist, it's pure, unadulterated corruption. I've seen creatures coming out of it. I've attempted to reach out to some of the other towns around Ice Forge, but I haven't gotten a response as of yet. So I saw some kind of strange stick bug-like creature in the background, a shadow of it. I don't know fully what it means.
I have a guess.
I have no idea about any of that. How long do you have here? Until...
Well, we're a bit early.
Good.
Earlier than last time, at least. Although, already, things are different. I'm not sure how much our presence here is shaking up the timeline or the time frames of events to come.
True, it could be significant, especially now that I have this information. It's not like I'll easily forget this. I'm sure I'll find a way.
Cocks an eyebrow.
If it means saving the world out there, the world that I helped create, then I'll help how I can.
It's good to hear. And you're not alone. You'll be heartened to know. Plenty of your brothers and sisters have helped in pitching in for our cause.
And I hope to see them again someday too. But not until my work here is complete. First and foremost, I need to protect my people. They trust me and followed me. And I can't abandon them. That's why Exodus exists. All the protocols around it. But for the lot of you, you two I need to have further conversation with. You, on the other hand, he points to Denier, and Denier, you feel as he points at you, the clasp on your cowl begins to get slightly heavier. You can kind of feel it tug down on your chest a little.
He glanced down at it.
On your chest now, you have the same sigil of Arkanos' academy that Wolfgang and Nara have. I feel like you have some studying to do.
He gives a couple nods. That'd be greatly appreciated.
No problem. And you feel the floor beneath you begin to shift. As you look down, there is a door beneath you. And it opens up and you fall through it.
Ah!
None of the rest of you saw that door. He just fell through the floor.
Asmo just kind of holds up his hand. How about me?
Aw, sweetie.
You
He
have
was a student too.
You have a lot of magical items on you. Be interested to see if you can learn how to use them well. And he points at you, and another sigil appears on your chest, and boom, Asmo falls through the floor.
Son of a bitch!
It's gonna
Of
have a
course.
Here
really
too.
bad time.
Of course, the physical training here is a bit difficult. I'm sure he'll be fine. He seems tough.
And he made it through last time, so.
Just feed him well and stitch him up afterwards.
Let's just say there are more than one god killer.
Fascinating.
It's a nickname
have
for
it.
him, but
Well, he had a very powerful artifact on him. I saw that.
yeah, that's how he earned that nickname.
Well then. I suppose the three of us should get to work then. And with that, we are going to take a quick break. Hey guys, Lani here. I just wanted to thank you for rolling with us. And if you wanted to catch us live, you can do so almost every Monday at 5 o'clock Central Time over on twitch.tv/Lanipator. Now, back to the show. So, a few days passed in in the city of Lona Throned. Asmo was continually pelted by arrows and punished by the genie Fithrobar.
If there's any way of describing this, can it be to a montage? Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for you. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna get knocked out. A crossover of those two songs. I think that'd be perfect.
Yeah. While Denier was given quite a bit of space to study amidst the library and take various classes that he had previously been compelled to take. So both Asmo and Denier are back up to level 12 where they previously were before Project Exodus last time. Meanwhile, Wolfgang and Nara, using kind of like scans of your memories, the Arcanos Simulacrum help you formulate a tool that will help you release the souls from the cannon.
Oh shit.
Something that will make the weapon itself pretty much non-viable. Unless they're reloaded up with souls. But, you know, once it's decommissioned, you're pretty much going to be in good hands in terms of getting that taken care of and deconstructed.
Once they figure that out, Wolfgang would pretty much immediately find Denier if he could.
Yeah, we'll say that immediately after the construction of this, which it kind of takes the form of a... it's basically like a crystal rune. A rune with a crystal with several runes etched not only on its surface, but within the facets within the jewel itself. It kind of glistens with almost a life of its own.
Denier.
Denier looks up from a book of Sylvan, actually. Yeah, what's up?
We've done it. We can get the souls out of the cannon without destroying them.
That's wonderful news. That's amazing. How'd you manage to do it?
Does Asmo hear this, by the way?
Asmo, you are like this is kind of at the end of the day. You guys are in that shared dorm. Nara and Wolfgang basically recognize it, but you guys are in a shared dorm suite. You are like battered and bruised and are just kind of like healing yourself up. But yeah, you can hear. You just took your final today, basically. Did I lose you guys?
Nope,
No,
we're still here.
Okay. Yeah, as far as like how it was made, by exploring the kind of magics that are bound to Nara and the kind of life force that Wolfgang is able to project, the various Arcanized simulacrum were able to formulate together the particular set of runes and magical incants and energies to bind this gem with these runes. Essentially something that will help guide lost souls to their eternal rest.
They can finally know peace.
Daenerys has a genuine smile on his face as he's staring at it. So how long until we're going to be ready to use it?
Suppose that depends on what else we need to do here.
You hear a knock on your door.
I'll slowly go over and check the door.
Do you open it or look through the peephole?
I look through the peephole.
Young Arcanos is standing there, looking kind of hurried, actually.
I'll open the door.
Ah, good. Did the courtesy of waiting, but you got what you need, right?
Yes.
Cool. Good. Excellent.
You want us to leave?
I need
I'm
you
guessing
to
this
leave.
airs from all the townsfolk were not just our imaginings then.
Saren Sasseralifix certainly hasn't shut the hell up, but
Oh, he
that fucking
hates
prick.
me.
I don't know if that guy, I don't know if he's an idiot saying dumb things or he's a smart guy who knows exactly what he's saying. I can't quite tell.
me either. I tend not to pay attention to the outside world, but some of the simulacrum, they're old. Anyway, I think
You need us to leave.
yes. Unless you want to get caught in the project again.
You're activating it.
I may not have a choice.
He's coming, isn't he?
Can you explain for the pea brains in the back, please?
After everything you mentioned about the red one, I decided to take a dive, and it seems this Ramses has a connection. And the hole I punched in his psyche was large enough to become a beacon.
Well, what happened to Fezziwig?
Unclear. I think he's in there. But he's been in there a long time with that thing. It's hard to tell at times where he begins and it ends. And that's reflected in his mind. I was able to get in and out, but it wasn't easy. I was thinking about enlisting your friend here, but I had assumed that was part of the problem last time after what we talked about.
Then we should leave. Do you know where you'll end up?
No clue. I think that's part of the fun.
Fun.
Well, apparently we'll meet again.
Apparently. We should hurry.
And to that effect, Arcanos hands each of you a stone with a rune etched on it.
Okay.
Every citizen of this city has one of these. It's to help them get out for when Project Exodus begins. All any of my people have to do is walk up, and he kind of like sweeps his hand through the air as the runes on the stones begin to glisten. Take care. And with a kind of like the sound of a loud snap in your ears, you find yourself standing in the forest outside of Lona Throne, far away from that obelisk.
Are we outside of the mist as well?
The mist isn't in the Feywild.
Oh.
You are directly beneath one of the portals that will lead back to your world. Smoking his pipe, leaning against a tree, and wrapped in a towel sits Grapthar. Oh! I thought you guys went ahead to the city.
We did.
Oh, yeah. That's what
Did you
just
stay in
cracked
the...
his neck.
Did you stay in that lake the whole time?
Things get pretty crazy with the nymphs. What can I say? I think they missed me.
Dirty old man.
Don't knock it.
Wolfgang just remembers his grandfather and just grumbles. Either way, we need to leave. Now.
But I haven't been...
Yeah.
If you've got things to grab them. We need to leave. Something bad is happening.
Is this a future thing?
Yes.
More like the present is catching up to us.
Oh.
Time really is a flat fucking circle.
You know what? I don't know what is going to happen here, but I spent many years trying to get back here. I think I'm gonna see it out.
I wish you nothing but the best, old timer.
If there's anything I can do to help, I will.
A shortcut to the cannon would be awesome, but
Cannon?
Yeah. As well, just a gesture, like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Do you know where this portal's going to lead up?
It should take you back above the mountain, but hold on, wait. He reaches into his back pocket. This is from a long time ago when I used to study at the Whistlestein Spire. This could get you back to Dragon's Rest at the very least, if that's a destination
Perfect.
for you. And he hands you a scroll of teleportation.
Oh.
Denier?
Denier gives
Hey.
a nod.
Since you might get blown up and stuff, do you
What?
have any other cool spell rolls and stuff?
Persuasion with disadvantage?
Disadvantage?
11.
If I'm gonna get blown up, I'd rather keep them.
Yeah, but you'll be taking a bath in your girlfriend's or whatever.
Ugh.
There are
Slowly looks
many. Don't you gender them.
Oh, got him. Got him. Got him. Checkmated.
Then your many nymph associates. Is that better?
Yes.
We'll be fine with this, I think.
Ooh.
We'll be fine. Take care of yourself, Grabthar.
I owe you everything for getting me here. So you take care.
We owe you for getting us here. Don't die.
Do my best.
Especially
Oh.
for keeping all the cool spells.
You go find your own cool spells.
I will!
I
get
bet
lots
you
of
will.
people.
Through the portal.
Oh wow, this
She
was
says
quick.
that and immediately jumps in the water.
In the water?
Isn't that where the portal is?
No. You just
No,
jumped
yeah.
into a
Then she
big
jumps in
old
the
pool
portal.
of nymphs.
Absolutely not that one. Into the portal.
All right.
Wait, no, Nara, you're taken. Gotta get you out of there.
Lol, goth girls are so random. Asmo jumps in.
Oh my god.
Daenerys leaps through.
You guys, as you leap through the portal, you find yourself standing once again high above the mountaintop. Castle's made of clouds. There you stand, sitting oh so proudly in the rocks floating above the Time Mist Mountain. One sec. Now that you're not here, that doesn't make sense. So, blah, blah.
There we go.
And to your shock and possible horror, but not necessarily surprise, so I guess get rid of shock, you see the massive floating city of Mitternacht as it begins to drift closer and closer to the mountain.
What?
Wait, what?
That? Asmo? Turns his head.
What is Asmo looking at? Sorry.
Giant
Okay.
floating Mitternacht coming towards the mountain.
What?
I don't even know how to react to that. Out of
The,
character.
the giant crystal city, one that you at one point at least spent a few days worth of time in, is currently glowing a deep shade of pink and floating towards you.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Where did we land?
You are above the mountains right now. You are in
Thought we
the
were at
rocks
top of the
floating.
mountain. I thought we were on
Yes,
top of the
you
mountain.
see those rocks floating above the mountain in the art? That is where you are.
Rocks falling above the mountain in the art.
Okay, here.
Sorry, let me zoom in here. Let me zoom in. Sorry.
No worries.
Yes.
Yeah, that is where you are. You are on one of those.
Oh.
Mitternacht is all the way. Why is it?
Mitternacht
Why is it all the way
ru-
down here to the east?
Ramses has some sort of control over it.
So he didn't go for Dragon's Rest. He went all the way through Wild's Edge in here. Why?
I guess I can represent that with...
I cast Sending.
To whom?
Ramses Palto.
To what do you say to Mr. Palto?
Ramses, for once in your life, listen to me. This is not going to turn out well. Turn back.
Denier, it's been so long. I understand we have our differences. One day I hope you'll understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. I wish you well, my friend, but this must be done.
Daenerys hangs his head. He starts drawing a teleportation circle.
Like, a teleportation circle?
Yup.
We just teleported.
You jump through a portal. There's a small difference.
That's fair.
Technically, you shifted planes. Now you're going to shift where you are in this plane.
What the fuck?
Dang. Okay.
And-
Sorry, my brain's just blah.
It's all good. There's a lot happening.
The circle is going to take us back to Dragon's Rest to the Academy for the Arcane Innate.
And as he finishes the portal, you can each see the dark closet beckoning you.
Oh, it's not foreboding at all.
It's fine. Come on. Daenerys gone.
Let's go. No time to wait, you two.
Aswin just grabs Nara's hand and just, let's go.
Takes it and runs.
Daenerys Skadood, we can too.
As you leap through the portal and the portal disappears behind you, you once again find yourselves back in Dragon's Rest in the musty hidden room off the side of Ramsay's old study. There's a thudding to be heard as you enter the closet.
Daenerys walks forward and he opens the secret passageway.
As you open the passageway, you hear boot falls kind of coming down the hallway. Kind of light, but relatively rushed. And you see the door to the office crack open as a guard peers in. What the fuck? How'd you get in here?
Move, please.
He gives a grin as he steps out. I helped make the tower. You don't think I know all the secret entrances and exits of this place, my man?
What are you He looks you up and down. You've been missing for months.
Better than years.
We have got a story to tell.
Damn it, damn it, damn it.
No time to tell it. Why are we here again?
Nara, this sucks.
No
did
shit,
you land?
Wolfgang.
We're back to knowing we're back to not knowing what's about to happen.
What?
So we just picked this place because we knew it? Shush! Daenerys, why did you pick this room?
The guard just kind of
Because-
stands awestruck.
Where are we?
We're here because this is one of the only circles that I actually have a place to.
Is that a room back there?
Why are
It's a
you
storage
talking still?
closet.
I'm very confused. I've been...
You bring
Good
me
for
that way.
you.
There's
Welcome
always
to
so much
my
room back
life.
here.
Ah,
How many of you were in there?
enough.
It's a storage closet, basically.
Let's just all start filing out. Wolfgang opens the door and steps out.
Were you in there for months?
No.
Yes, don't let him lie to you.
Nara, deception. Wolfgang,
Thank
persuasion.
you. I was hoping you would say it.
Just
11.
anime vein.
That's perception.
19.
That's
Oh,
perception.
fucking hang on. Here we go.
Your persuasion should technically be better.
13.
Not by much.
I'm gonna go tell my captain. This is. I don't.
You
I don't
probably
even-
should. We need somebody to bring us back up to speed on what's happening anyway.
Dude, just magic. Just, you know how mages are with the whole mumbo jumbo and everything like that. Weird stuff happens all the time.
Wolfgang points pointedly at Daenerys.
With that, you are left alone in Ramsay's old study.
Nora immediately starts rifling through his shit.
It's been for the most part picked through.
She has
Everything's
been
kind of
annoyed.
been put back in. Remember, this dude several months ago made an epic heel turn before you guys left. So yeah, his shit got picked through. But you can still make me a investigation check to see if you find something that they didn't.
You're dang right. 11.
Utterly picked through.
Damn.
Let's see.
However,
if
somehow
memory-
they didn't find this hidden room. So that's
Somehow.
Okay.
it is built into a bookcase. So it's like, why would they check behind bookcases? That's silly.
Denier closes the secret passage.
And it looks like a seamless bookcase.
Okay. The reason why I chose this place is there are only a number of locations that I know to get to. I know that you didn't want to go to Amberglade. You didn't want to go to the wall. And you probably didn't want to go to the town that's under the castle, which I don't know if it's still there.
This
The
is perfect.
castle collapsed.
I need to talk to the king anyway.
Wait,
Does
but
he-
whom?
Is he in a talking mood? Asmo bobbles the eyebrows, remembering last time.
Well, hopefully we're gonna find out. Like we said, we'd be gone for months, and well, he just gestures around. This is where we stop knowing things.
How long do
From
you
this
think
point,
it'll take Mitternacht to get here? To think
they're
it's
not
moving?
worried about. They're not worried about here. They're worried about wherever Lona Throned is now.
Just so we're clear, we're in Dragon's Rest now?
Yes, we are currently in the Academy for the Arcane Innate. The sorcerer school that I built.
Gotcha. Okay. There's just a lot of moving around today, so...
By the way, did Denier get his new outfit from Lona Throned during that time?
He wouldn't have been able to go through
Nope.
the garment district. Actually, you were there for a few days, so he probably would have been given the ability to go to the city. So if you want, you can have your new attire, Denier.
He would have definitely taken his outfit because he saw how proud Wolfgang was in that image. So he'd take it.
All right. So yeah, you have your new attire. You can change your character portrait as you wish.
Wonderful. I'm back to current clothing, Denier. Question
Alright,
for you for that, Lenny. Since I was a student at the academy at the time, did they charge me as much as they did last time?
If I remember correctly, they charged you in barter, so they probably wouldn't have, since you would have had the badge at this point.
Cool. Because I remember what I traded at that point. Thank you
Then
kindly.
then you have traded nothing.
Excellent.
All right, so where are you guys headed?
God.
Do you guys want me to give Bohum a heads up that we're coming?
Better yet, who's working the door? Yark?
You all would know that Yorick left to try to find where Garrick flew off to.
If I remember correctly, Yorick and T-Wig are trying to find the Red Dragon.
Okay.
Being
that's
we
true.
know now
Okay.
is
I don't know if we should say anything. We should just go without giving him a heads up. I'm not gonna lie, especially if there's already forces at work trying to prevent us from getting there.
Do we know where Tia is?
That's one just like, see what I mean? Gesturing to.
Probably in the city, if you were to take your best guess.
I kind of want to talk to her.
Well, we're not going to get much accomplished staying in here.
All right, let's go.
Nick.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Don't
Hmm?
I have a ring that helps me find valuable stuff?
You have an...
That's that cerulean thing with the. I'm looking at my items. The cerulean wave thingy.
I don't think that's what it... Well, it should be like a golden object because it was given to you by future Bahum. It was a ancient gold dragon's boon.
Ancient gold dragon.
Shiny.
But yeah, it does give you advantage when searching for shiny things.
Okay.
So, like the investigation roll that she made a little bit ago?
If you would like to make another one using that item, you would have advantage.
While we're leaving, you know.
Yeah,
Just
go
while
for
we're
it.
on our
On the way out.
On the way out.
Cursory glance.
If anything is 16.
As you're glancing around this room, there are a few tomes that are like relatively magical that seem kind of untouched. Nothing that you think would be of much use to you, though.
Okay. Actually,
But if you wish to steal those books, then I'd say that you have probably, I'd say, 100 gold worth of relatively magical books.
Nah. I should have specified. Oh well. Okay. Never
It's
mind.
all good. So you guys are heading to the palace?
Yeah.
I will lead them out of the academy quickest route possible.
Taking the quickest route possible, you bypass the guards that were going to come up and check. So that one guy now thinks everybody else is a liar.
Oh
I
my
swear to
God.
God, there was a door there. You wander out into the streets of Dragon's Rest, and Wolfgang and Nara, this is kind of a breath of fresh air, even though the town itself is still fair. Like, I mean, a lot of people have moved out of the town since the dragon attack, moving northward and outward, but this is still far, far more populated than it had been in the future, where everything was desolate and dying. There's my sounds. Asmo and Denier, this is pretty much par for the course.
The meat house is open right now.
You can smell it in the air. The smell of cooked meats.
We have work to do later.
For the first time in forever, it's good to be back home.
It's the same as it was, as I remember before.
Same as it ever was.
Yeah.
And that's good. At least it's not all blasted out red sky and
Wait, Asma, did you say
third of the
meat house?
population.
Asma, you said meat house, right?
Yeah, but we gotta get to the. You gotta get to the
As was just,
to the castle.
We can get like one turkey leg on the
No,
way,
no,
right?
after.
like-
No, it's responsible. We have to be responsible.
Asmo!
I'm hungry too.
Fine. Go to the stupid castle.
On our way to the stupid castle.
All right, you guys make it to the stupid castle.
Fuck you, Castle. Dumb bitch. Dumb bitch, Castle.
The guards standing outside take a moment to recognize that it's you. They're all fairly shocked, but they do let you in. Several missives kind of like run ahead to inform the royal dragons what's going on. And as you make your way up and into the still relatively damaged and under reconstructive castle since the attack by the Red Dragon. You do find your way up to what they are currently using as the Royal Seeing Room, which, while not as glorious as that open-backed space that got blown out by the dragon, is still a relatively regal room with some drapery hanging from the ceiling. It's just not nearly as grand of a sitting space, and there, sitting in his throne, which was moved down here for the time being, is King Bahum, who looks relatively on the mend. The last time you had seen him, he was fresh out of his magical-induced coma. And standing to his left is Lady Tia, Harash nowhere to be seen at the moment.
I had heard that you had come back. I had imagined we'd get a little bit more time to prepare, but it is good to see you again. It has been many months since you departed.
King Bahum.
Mr. Connolly.
It is good to see you in better health.
Yes, I'm still on the mend, but I feel a little stronger every day. My brother is still out tending to the north, trying to keep peace where the remnants of Kench's army still hold their rebellion.
Did we report? You reported that, right?
Wait, what?
Daenerys? You know, that we.
Yes, we heard. You did a
really cool handstand.
Yes, you did a really cool handstand.
Oh, it's very good.
It must have been a very difficult task, but you have my thanks for the dirty job we asked of you.
We simply did what was necessary, Your Highness. Speaking of, while it has been many months for you, for us it has been a
Way
great
longer.
deal of trials and tribulations. Some might sound fantastical or nearly impossible, but we have much to discuss.
I will gladly hear any report that you have to bring.
Ooh, buddy. This one's a big one.
Well, here's a report, and I'll fish out the scroll that future Bahum gave me.
He looks kind of shocked for a moment as you reveal that with his own seal and placard upon it. Tia looks very confused as well as she looks over to her brother, then back to the scroll. What trickery is this?
No trickery.
But that's
Just-
my own seal by my own hand.
It should be. You gave it to me.
This is gonna get good.
Let's not make this any harder than it has to be.
Where have you been?
I think that
says as
scroll
he
might
kind
have
of
the answers.
He says as he kind of shakily gets to his feet and starts to walk towards you. Tia almost tries to
Does
reach
he
out
look
and
weak?
stop. As a gold dragon can, I suppose. But you have no fear that he would be able to handle himself in combat. But
he just seems a bit sickly, is what I was asking.
He still seems like he's on the mend, but he's good enough to walk. You can see that as he stands up, Tia almost kind of reaches out to say no, sit, but then he just kind of very gently slaps her hand away.
I'm fine.
Your Highness. Your Highness, it feels like we've been everywhere. And I'll meet him halfway, and I'll hand him the scroll.
As the scroll touches his hand, he stares at it and looks at the seal and back to you, giving you kind of a inquisitive stare. And then he grips the scroll and the metal surrounding it, the tube of gold, begins to melt away, revealing gold leaf parchment beneath. And he snaps the wax seal on the inside. And he looks down at the missive. He stares at it for what to everybody in the room feels kind of like a silent eternity.
This is from me, but not... If this is not a trick, then you have been to the future.
He just sort of removes his hat and nods his head.
And Tia at that point's like, what? She just kind of walks very quickly up and like almost snatches the scroll out of his hand before remembering who he is, and then pauses as he starts to look back down and read it. He then gently hands it to Tia.
Very well. Mr. Connolly, will you kneel?
You are my king. And I will kneel, and I'll just have my hat on the floor.
Then let this be the last act of I as your king.
As from his sheath he pulls his sword.
I, King Bahum of the Lands of Fire, grant you, Wolfgang Connolly, the lands of Silver Rock and the title of its lord. You
What?
have all authority that come with those titles. The land will be yours to govern. Its people yours to protect as you see fit. You will be granted skilled laborers and resources to rebuild the city and construct a new campus for the Kylum Diaboli in its mission of protecting these lands.
Aspel's jaw is just unhinged.
Nara's straight scowling.
He sheaths the sword.
Wolfgang looks shocked.
Rise, Lord Connolly.
Lord?
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I'm not calling him that.
No, that's fine. I'm not going to either.
He just shakily picks up his hat. He doesn't put it back on. He just looks at the floor briefly, then looks up at Bahum.
Silver Rock and all of its lands are yours. Whatever became of the future, it is by an older and, I would hope, wiser me that this suggestion was made. And Silver Rock is in dire need of new leadership, after all.
Bahum! Nara raises her hand.
I don't believe I've caught your name.
But we've met.
Nara!
Coughs.
Oh, right. Hi. I'm Nara. If he gets to be the Lord of Silver Rock, can I be the whatever of the Maw or something?
Silver Rock's lands include many portions of the Maw.
Well, can I have the rest of them?
Whatever Mr. Connolly deems to delegate. As I said, they are his lands to govern. So, Ask
She
him.
turns and balls up her fists and looks at Wolfgang.
It's not fair if both of us went back in time and you come back and you get all the cool stuff and I don't get any land at all.
Well, I didn't
My
ask for any
my
of this.
my time travel time sucked.
Nara,
Both of you are in.
Nara,
Both
it's
of
something
you.
for both of us.
Both of you are interrupted by a very distant rumble, followed by a cacophonous boom that kind of shakes the
That wasn't good.
foundation.
Oh shit! What was that?
And that's probably Mitternacht in the elf thing.
Oh shit!
Oh, we didn't tell them about that. Oh yeah, there's like a big thing going on over that way.
Just stares at Bahum and Tia.
Tia's already on her way out to check and see what the hell that was.
But scared to talk to her.
While she's leaving, several guards run in.
My lord and lady! There's been an eruption of sorts.
The mountain.
It's unclear, but we can see smoke rising on the horizon.
Just look over to Bahum, put my hat back on.
Whom looks to you.
It seems you're needed there now more than ever, then.
Looks like I got a lot more work to do.
And here's where we will end today's session.